How do you get your shoes looking so firm? I stuff them.
Yo, back in the day we did. Back in the day we did. Remember that?
Yes.
You remember stuffing your tongues with socks? Woo! And if you didn't have an extra pair of socks, you got a tube sock and you pulled it all the way down. This is how you killed two birds with one stone. Okay, you got your no-shows in. Because if you didn't have no-shows... Well,
no-shows weren't like a common thing back then.
But no, like they didn't make no-show socks really. There were no-shows, but they weren't like everywhere.
Right.
But so what you would do is you would have your long sock, your tube sock basically, or a crew is what they call it now, and you just pull it down. And then you would fold up, and then you would stuff your tongue. Whew.
And then you'd walk to your class and things would get jostled around. So you'd spend the first 5-10 minutes fixing your shoe in class.
That's how you knew that you were legit. What's good, guys? This is Chris from WearTesters.com. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. Today we're taking a look at these guys right here. This is the Harden Volume 4. This is so weird. There's so many different versions of these, and we got the shitty one, but it's okay. And what I mean by shitty is that we don't have the premium one. Some of them look really nice with the material overlays, like with the leathers, the suedes. Those look so great. What is that? Plastic? More plastic? Make them the same, Adidas. What is the point?
Are there price differences again on these?
I don't know, because these were actually surprisingly affordable. These were $125. What was the last one? $140, $160?
Well, that was the problem with the last one, was there was two different prices depending on what colorway you grabbed.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the Black Boost ones were 10 bucks more, which is stupid. But this guy right here is the Harden Volume 4. It's a shoe that I'm kind of like, I don't know, visually doesn't do anything for me, at least not in this colorway. Some colorways look great. Again, the ones with the materials that are premium, those actually look great. Those pink ones.
Yeah, the
pink ones are kind of fresh. The first colorway that leaked also, they're black with like orange and blue. That was the first one that we mostly saw, and everybody, including myself, I wouldn't say everybody, but most people, including myself, were kind of like, are you sure? Is that really it? Or is that like the new BE? Or like, what is this, you know? But no, it's the Volume 4. The more that I've seen them, especially on foot, they look better. I've warmed up to them a little bit. It's an interesting shoe though. When I put these on, my first thought was, yo, this is just a fucking great year for basketball shoes. Nike's got some really, really good ones. Jordan brand, some really, really good ones. Adidas, some really, really good ones. But the Harden Volume 4 feels like a beast on foot. Look at that. You know what this reminds me of? Feet you wear. Every time I write about these shoes, I'm just like, yo, this looks like feet you wear, man. It looks like a brand new style of it, or pure motion is what they used to call it with the old Rose stuff, like the earlier, the Adi Zero style days. The only thing that I'm kind of sketched out about is this traction pattern looks really... It just doesn't look like it's going to perform well. However, Adidas really does do great work with their rubber compounds. So for all I know, this can be an absolute beast. Fingers crossed. You never know. The midsole though, the midsole's interesting. No more Boost. What happened to Boost? Is Boost really dead?
Never.
I mean, everybody else is using Boost except for Adidas now. And One uses it, Li-Ning uses it. Other brands use it, they just don't call it Boost. You know what I'm saying? Like Puma, all this stuff. So Adidas is like, it, dude, we're gonna switch up. This is Light Strike right here. This was the same cushion that debuted in the Adidas Next Level, the laceless shoe. Those were awesome. That was a great shoe. And this guy right here feels bouncier than those. Because the Light Strike in that shoe, when I first put it on, I was unimpressed. Good thing I didn't give a review based off of that, right? It's sarcasm. It's sarcasm. But when I tried these guys on, it had a complete opposite feeling. It felt like the Light Strike in the Next Level once it was broken in, but already broken in, which is awesome. The second thing that I really liked is that you were really low to the ground. This shoe reminds me of all the Hardens together. The Volume 1 and the Volume 3 were very low profile shoes as far as where you sat on the floor. These guys are like that. The Volume 2 was very bulky, and so are these. Like, they don't look the way that they feel. And so I like that. So this is kind of like an amalgam of everything and all that stuff. You even got that weird bungee thing. I will say, the fit of the shoe, I went true to size. I was super scared because Adidas and sizing are like not good. So I was unsure if my regular size would actually be my size that I need in this shoe. Turns out I'm safe. True to size, I was good to go. So that's what I would recommend. However, this top thing right here, I love the way that it fits. I love that suffocating straight jacket type of feeling. A lot of people are not going to. Wide footers might not. High instep people might not. Try them on still, just in case. I don't know how well it's gonna break in though, because it's a sturdy bungee. It's not like a bungee. Like the one that was on the 3 was useless. It was so stretchy that I was like, why is that even there? This is like the opposite, where that's a snug fit. That feels awesome. Kind of like the 2. The 2 had one like that. Actually, this is an amalgam shoe, because look at this. Look at these panels, just like the 2. It's that cheap ass material too. just like the two. Should have been leather or something. There's only 2 pieces. You don't have some extra leather lying around? The upper on these guys, like I was saying earlier, they're gonna be different per pair, which is just frustrating in and of itself, because as a consumer, sometimes you're like, no, I want the premium looking one, so now you gotta wait. I don't know why these were available early. I don't even know when this colorway comes out.
It was an accident.
Yeah, somebody, should I throw them under the bus?
No.
Okay, so I'm not going to. Whatever. I got my conscience over there. I got Jiminy Cricket on that side of the camera. But the trick though is that if you see these at a retailer early, I've said this before, but if you see them at a retailer early and they let you add to cart, just pay for the 1-day shipping, because you'll actually get the shoe instead of getting your order canceled. The more you know. Or I should say, the more you know. I keep looking at you when I'm trying to look at the camera. Sorry. It's because she's so pretty. Hey, brownie points. But this shoe right here features prime knit as the main body of the shoe, and then again you got those overlays that I just, you know, it's skin fused at least, so it's very thin. I just would have loved this to have been premium. Same thing with the cage and all that stuff, the lacing cage. The lacing areas are so strange. Everybody's going with these fly wire loop thingies. The 34's got it, those New Balance runners that we reviewed got it, these guys got it. Like, there's so many shoes with that stuff now. It's just really interesting. What I do like about this though is that they stitch the shit out of it. Like, I'll be surprised if that breaks. You got to be like a big dude. You got to be Zion to bust through that. So I dig that. And then you got, you know, your regular, you know, style lacing and all of that stuff. The heel area doesn't have the cat's tongue that we've seen on previous versions, but it does have this, what would you call that, like screen print inside the shoe and stuff like that. So I believe that that's supposed to mimic the cupping of your sock. And then you have a couple of signature touches. One of them is right here at the base of the lace area. It says volume 4, which I think is cool. I really like when they do stuff like that. And then the Harden logo is on the heel instead of on the tongue. Instead we got the 3 stripes. And that's pretty much the only Harden branding besides on the outsole right there, which is interesting, because unless you knew that this was Harden's shoe, how else would you know? Because that was the thing when they leaked. Everybody was like, nah, that's not the new Hardens. Those things look whack, or they look weird, and this, that, and the other. It looks like a team shoe. And then all of a sudden we see the logo, and everybody's like, wait a minute, like, is it? It is. It turned out to be true. But I am excited to play in these, despite me not liking this colorway or this material option. I think that once you put them on foot, like, that was the thing. Like, that changed my mind just right off the bat. I put these on and I was like, man, they're comfortable. They fit the way that I like shoes to fit. They're low profile. They're wide. This could be a surprise. Like, the Dame 5 right now is, like, I think Adidas's best basketball shoe at the moment. But these could, if the traction's good on these, that's the thing. The traction will be the deal breaker. The traction sucks on these joints. Doesn't matter how awesome the rest of the shoe is. The foundation sucks, whatever. But if these end up playing as good, if not a little bit better than the Dames, Adidas had a great year. But that pretty much takes care of it for these guys. You guys let us know what you think about them down below in the comment section. Are you excited for the Harden Volume 4? I don't even know if there's a lot of buzz for his shoes anymore. I still think he's a great player. I still don't love the way that he plays, but I mean, the dude kills it with the way that he does play, so you can't knock him for that. These feel awesome on foot. I'm stoked. But that pretty much takes care of it. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all the support. Let us know what you guys think about these down below in the comment section. We will be doing a performance review, so stay tuned for that. Just give me a few weeks and I will get that done for you guys. And until next time, y'all, have a good one.
My topic today has nothing to do with these shoes. You mentioned Zion. I want to say I'm a little nervous for him.
Why?
Because, so this is he's gonna be a rookie, and everybody has made him bigger than God. And I'm just like, please.
LeBron handled it well.
Please don't fall.
Like, literally fall, or just not pan out? Like, like Lonzo.
Because that's what we do as a society. We raise everybody up and then tear them down so fast.
Not me. I don't like doing that. I think that's some f***ed up stuff. That'll f*** up a dude's mental state real quick. We have 2 good examples of that right now. We have Lonzo and we have LeBron. Lonzo was, I don't know how to explain it really, but LeVar is the reason behind the hype behind him. And so people were waiting for him to fail, which is messed up, because they don't like LeVar, they don't like Lonzo, yada yada yada, all that stuff. And he hasn't panned out to what the public wants, even though his stat line is not bad. You know, like, if you compare his stat line to most rookies and stuff like that, like, it's like that's an average stat line. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like he was a bust. He's no Kwame Brown. But LeBron is the first version of Zion, if you will, with that type of hype, especially at his size. You know what I mean? They're both really big athletes, but they both play as if they're smaller. They're both quick.
They're light on their feet.
Yes. A lot different than someone like Shaq. When he was a rookie, he was a lot thinner than he was. You know what I mean? A little bit more lighter on his feet, I guess, but not to the point of a LeBron. When LeBron's out and running, he reminds me of a giant gazelle.
Oh.
Like, if you, like, you know how a gazelle is like, and he's like on his toes and just fast, right? But gazelles are small, swift looking creatures. So if you mutated that into like a big version of that, that's what LeBron looked like to me. He's like Like, just get out the way. That's kind of like what Zion's like. Less of a gazelle, though. More of a, just, the dude just is a monster. Like, literally get out the way. Because you about to get hurt if you try to get in his way.
I just feel like he has, like, everything on his shoulders right now. Like, with the 34 release, how you were saying, they had Blake Griffin out at the event.
Oh, yeah.
But then all of the promo is Zion.
Well, they had two events. They had the pre-event and then they had the official unveiling event. The pre-event had Blake.
Okay.
With where I was. I thought that was cool, but that got completely overshadowed with the unveil event.
Yeah.
Where Zion was the guy and they were like, he's going to be the one wearing the shoe.
And also, he's in the commercial stuff for it.
Yeah. So I'm personally not worried because he's a Pelican. Funnily enough, Lonzo's his teammate now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he got traded. Remember?
No, I didn't know. LeBron had him booted?
No, I don't know if LeBron did it.
He asked to be traded.
Who asked to be traded?
Lonzo.
I don't think anybody. Well, some people do ask to be traded, but I don't think that's what happened. The Lakers are a mess right now in the front office, like the stuff that you don't see. You know, I don't think that has anything to do with LeBron. I think that was already like that.
Everybody pegs LeBron
everybody blames LeBron.
Yeah.
So I don't think that LeBron had anything to do with it, and they needed AD.
Oh, right.
What are you gonna give him? You got to give him everything else. So I'm not worried about Zion, all that stuff. I'm more so worried about the 34s. Like, is he gonna bust right through those things? You know what I mean? Like, I'm just kind of like, because that would be such a bad look. I'm more worried about the shoes he's gonna wear than himself.
Fair enough.
You know, but yeah.
Maybe it's the mom in me. You want people to succeed.
That's the thing, though. He seems like a really nice kid. All
he's
that
so
stuff.
young. So like,
no, he's 19. Yeah, he's real young.
See him possibly like just get broken. Like, I don't want that.